My name is Justina Gavin, and myself and my husband Liam run Drumanilra Organic Farm and Farm Kitchen here in Boyle in County Roscommon. We're an organic farm farming around 300 acres around the shores of Lough Key, and we are a cafe and farm shop based in Boyle. We're a seasonal business, so we employ 4 full-time people all year round. This last summer was our busiest yet, and we had a team of 13 full and part-time people here in the cafe in town, plus we had a couple of interns helping us out on the farm as well. We began in 2014 just with a little shepherd's hut that we took around some of the larger festivals, and then we bought a site here in the town centre of Boyle. It had an old house on the site and about an acre of land, and then the following summer we parked the shepherd's hut in the garden of the house and served Dexter burgers from the hut, and people were able to sit on picnic benches out in the garden. We're a small business in a small town, so in terms of unskilled people maybe with less experience, there's lots and lots of people who are looking for work, and we're very lucky, I think, to be in that position. But in terms of more experienced people, more skilled people, that's a bit more of a challenge, I think. We've used social media a lot, actually, both in terms of recruitment and actually just generally in terms of getting word out there of the fact that we're here. We're trying to start a new business, but we're also trying to do that in a very small rural town, which has, over the last number of years, really struggled economically. So we're kind of not only trying to do something quite new and quite unusual, but also trying to do that in a place of really low footfall. So actually, in terms of just bringing customers through the door, social media has been hugely important for us, but also for recruitment as well. So Facebook has been hugely valuable for us, and the local community have been great. If we put something out on our Facebook feed, it will get shared lots and lots of times. And actually, funnily enough, recruitment posts seem to get some of the biggest reaches on social media, and that people will share a job advert, and that has helped us get people to apply for our positions, but also actually helped spread the word about the business as well. We do get some good CVs through the door from Facebook, but I think for those kind of higher level roles, I would be a bit more inclined to use some of the specialised hospitality job sites. And we've also looked at agencies in the past, recruitment agencies as well. I think the Jobs Ireland site is great because that's obviously a free resource. You can advertise on that and there's no cost. One of the problems for a small business and a new business starting out is that it takes a while to get yourself to the stage where you can actually start to attract talent and experienced individuals. So I think what you have to do then is really focus on growing your own talent, I suppose, and really working with individuals, perhaps recruiting for attitude and for potential, as opposed to necessarily the people that are coming kind of as a ready package, and then working together with that person and seeing where you can get to. So our chef manager now, she started with us when we were still in the shepherd's hut outside. So she actually came from a good background. She had a strong hotel kitchen experience and also had worked in a bakery. And she came and worked as a grill chef on the shepherd's hut out in the garden, just grilling burgers. I don't know why she took the job, but anyway, she did. And we had a great summer, and then that winter, that December, we moved inside, finally got our kitchen open and our indoor restaurant and our farm shop opened. And so this year is the first year we started looking at maybe putting a bit more of a conventional structure on our kitchen and our cafe, and actually starting to have a little bit of line management. The problem with everyone mucking in and working together, it's great if the team works well, but it means actually no one's responsible. You know, certain things no one's actually responsible for them. So we kind of created the chef manager role. I think there are huge benefits for employees coming into a new business, and also a small business actually, because you can very quickly become a really important cog in a very small wheel, as opposed to the other way around with perhaps a larger company. And I think perhaps there's a lot more scope for taking on a lot more responsibility quickly in a new business like that. In terms of recruiting staff, again, as a small business and a small business starting out, I think it's really important to be aware of all the supports that actually are out there. So I mentioned before the Jobs Ireland website, which is a free recruitment site. There are various employment schemes like the Jobs Plus scheme, which offers employers cash incentives to bring people into the workplace who have been looking for work for some time. We also looked at internships for the first time this year. And again, I think it's really important if you take an intern on, that you take on the responsibility that you then have to mentor that person and work with them. You don't take them on as a kind of a cheap employee and then just leave them to get on with it. I think the most important thing for us, yes, social media, yep, recruitment websites, but for us, especially in a small rural area like this, it's been about word of mouth. And so it's about really working on getting a reputation, I suppose, as a good employer. For me, it's really about looking after people, whether that's our customers or our team members. And so it's about doing all the things in terms of looking after your team that a larger business would do, and that maybe would seem difficult as a small business because there is a cost involved, but I think it's an investment that's really worth making. So that's things like have your contracts in place, you know, have a training program, do all the mandatory trainings. That's something that we've really hopefully got on top of a bit better this year. For longer term people, have a kind of a proper communication and feedback structures in place so that people feel like they are progressing and that they do have the contribution they're making to the business is a really valuable one. And yet really look at developing homegrown talent. So hire people for attitudes, I think that's really important. People that really kind of buy into the vision for what you're doing and are really positive about that, but also hire for potential and then work with those people to try and realise that potential for them and for you and for the business as a whole. So the team is going to change fairly radically. The team that we need to kind of support all of that will change fairly radically. Will we do anything differently? Hopefully the kind of what we're doing now in microcosm here in our little farm shop and cafe will be the building blocks or the kind of foundation for what we want to have in place as the business grows. Make sure that you have a really good contract in place when you take someone on and make sure there's a good probationary period in there as well. I think as a small business you can't afford to make really expensive recruitment mistakes, and the probationary period is a great period of time in there for you and the employee to find out if things are going to work out or not.